Hi guys, welcome to this video about what options you have when you need a timer for outdoor Christmas decoration. So we have beginning of December and it's time to put on these nice Christmas lights, but one of the biggest problems, usually at least for me, was always this timer. So for all the products which I'm going to mention in this video, I will put down short description and the links to the Amazon listing so you don't have to write everything down. So I started a couple of years ago with something like that. Probably most of the people have used these things and they work pretty good. I mean, we have indoor and outdoor timers. This is an outdoor timer. You can get it pretty cheap for around $10. There's this lid, protects against water and works pretty good. It doesn't need a lot of time to set up, but the problem is a little bit, you can just set one time, I mean 1 24-hour schedule. You cannot add variations for different days. Let's say if you want to have longer hours at the weekend, so it's impossible. You would have to adjust this every week twice. So there are better options than this, but it definitely will work. So I've been using now something like this for a couple of years and it worked pretty good. Sometimes it's a little bit complicated to program this. Yeah, I'm having a little bit problems with the picture. Now you can see that. Yeah, I mean, it's also waterproofed. You have a lot of options for daily, weekly, weekend, Saturday, Sunday, whatsoever. And yeah, it's a good thing. So, but they are rather difficult to program. But usually you would have to do this once or yeah, one time. And then you can use it every year. The problem is only they have some kind of built-in battery which keeps the time alive. So usually when you buy these things fresh, they last for a couple of years, but after that, maybe after 2, 3 or 4 years, you will have to set the schedule every year from scratch. And not only then, what even makes it worse, I mean, if you're using outdoor lights after rain and snow or whatsoever, you can get in trouble with the power, and then some of the electricity is flowing where it shouldn't flow, and then sometimes the fuses are tripping. And the problem is then when your battery here is not working anymore and you have to reprogram this every time after, let's say you have a quick rain shower or maybe your irrigation turns on or whatsoever. So it can be definitely a pain. I've been dealing with that for the last couple of years and I didn't want to do this anymore. So I was looking for better solutions, and there are better solutions these days. They have made a lot of progress regarding these timers, and now we are using smartphone for everything, and of course also for such timers, and you get them for around 20 or at least $25. You can control them by your smartphone, and I think they probably are really good and most of them will work really nicely, but it's $25 around. And yeah, if you don't want to spend so much money, I mean, you can maybe go with this thing here, but you have to be aware of that's just an indoor solution. You have to be really careful. You have to make sure that there's no water, that no water can reach these areas. I'm doing this now since a couple of days. I didn't have any problems. The plugs are very well protected outside, so it shouldn't be a problem with too much humidity or at least rain. So they are very well protected, work really good, and it's much cheaper than these real outdoor areas. But if you are working in areas where they are prone to water and rain, then of course these are much better solutions. So there's another reason why I recommend the Weiss Lab plugs. It is because it's from an American company, an established company. I've been using the Weiss Labs product since a couple of years, the cams and now the plug. The plug, unfortunately, the scheduling is a little bit complicated, but I've made a video about that. It works really well. I've checked during the night. It turns on when it should, it turns off when it should, gives you a lot of additional information. You can combine them easily with your cameras and control it with one really reliable app. When you use something like this with no name, a lot of these things are coming from cheap no-name Chinese companies, and usually the hardware works really good based on my experience, but usually the apps can be a real pain. Sometimes you even have to download the software from their homepage, and this can be a security issue. And it's a little bit, yeah, it can be a safety issue, can be that they are not available anymore after some time or not working reliable whatsoever. With the Weiss products, you have some kind of peace of mind. I mean, they have been, I mean, they are around since quite some time. It's a US based company in Seattle. They are, I think, spin-off of Amazon. They have been around for quite some time, and I expect them to be around for quite some time. So if you need support, anything not working, then you shouldn't have any problem with some of these products here. Yeah, it could definitely be a problem to get support. Not so much with this thing. So really, support is really nice, and also connecting was super easy. With this button here, it worked right away out of the box, no problem so far. Only the scheduling is a little bit difficult, but I have done it and I've made a video about that, and will put down the link into the description. So if you decide for such a solution, the scheduling can definitely be done, and you have a lot of endless possibilities to turn on and turn off, have different times for every day of the week, and you can check, you can override manually anytime you want, and check if it's on or off or whatsoever. And the really good thing, the big advantage to this thing here, you don't have to worry about batteries inside which or not buffering after a couple of years, and then you have to reprogram everything. So that shouldn't be a problem with these smart plugs. I mean, of course, also here, but if you're thinking long term, then I would go with the Weiss Labs plugs. And I hope they will come out later also with some kind of outdoor plugs, but at least for the moment, if you go for outdoor, you have to protect them against water. So that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.